This is your stop to talk about all things horses. Whether you're a horse owner, a rider, or just an admirer from afar, you are welcome here. Hi, my name is Ashley and I love horses. Welcome to my channel. I'm a lifelong horse owner and I worked in the industry professionally for more than 10 years. What I want this channel to be is a place where you can come and listen to me talk about my experiences in the horse world. I want this to be a positive place, and I just want to welcome anybody who's interested to join me and listen to my stories and join in the discussion. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I have 4 horses currently, and I'm basically a recreational Western rider at this point. I've only had a handful of lessons in my whole life, but I've managed to work in most aspects of the horse industry here in Western Canada. So I started out with my own horses growing up on the farm. We had a few, and then I also would go ride at my neighbor's house as well. She had some old camp horses that me and my friend would go and ride. And so that was sort of my trial by fire, my learning through doing as far as riding and working with horses goes. I then went to university for a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture with a major in animal science. I took a few horse courses there, as well as nutrition and genetics and all kind of the basics as far as livestock and farm animals goes. I then worked at a breeding farm for a summer, and then once I finished university, I went and worked at a boarding stable that also had some of their own horses in training and a small breeding program of their own. That was mainly focused on warm bloods and show jumping, the whole English world, and a little bit of dressage here and there as well. I started out as barn staff and then moved up to being a groom full-time, and then also spent some time as barn manager. During that time, I also picked up some work at our local thoroughbred racetrack, and I actually spent 7 seasons working in the backstretch there. After the boarding stable, I was offered a job as the head wrangler at a kids' summer camp, so I spent a season there running the horse herd and developing the lesson program for kids at that camp. I then transitioned out of horses but continued working at the track on the weekends, and after a few years away I decided to go back and continued working at the track, but I also worked full-time then for a while at our local large animal veterinary hospital. I've also done a little bit of contract groom work for a friend, some contract admin work for the Canadian Warm Blood Association, and I also have done some volunteering both with 4-H Light Horse Project and an equine assisted learning program for at-risk youth. So I've been really lucky to touch a bunch of different aspects of the horse industry. I've seen a lot of different management of different barns. I've seen what works and what doesn't, and how some things work for some situations and not in other situations. I've seen a lot of the good aspects of the horse industry and a lot of the bad, and something I want to do here is really celebrate the good. I want this to be a safe place, and I know that the horse industry can get kind of toxic. I just want this to be a place where you can come and we can talk about horses in a really positive way and in a way that doesn't criticize other people. I want to celebrate anybody who's interested in these really cool animals and in this whole world of its own. So if you're somebody who loves horses, but maybe you don't have any friends who also love horses, you don't have anybody to talk about them with, you definitely are welcome here. If you always wish you could have horses, I welcome you to live vicariously through me. You're welcome to meet my horses, and they're going to show up along this channel a whole lot. If you're somebody who's wanting to get into the horse industry as a career, I have tons of advice for you, both things you should do and shouldn't do, so stick around for that. I'll also bring you along on my own personal riding journey, as I'm always seeking to be a better rider. I just ride recreationally, but I'm always looking to improve my own riding ability and my own horsemanship. And just anything going on in the horse world that we think is interesting and that you guys want to talk about or I want to talk about, please let me know in the comments below. Now I want to show you a little bit of my horses and some of the things that we've been up to over the last few months. joining me. Please check out some of the other videos on my channel. I've made a few already so that you have an idea of some of the things that I want to be talking about here. Check out what I learned working on a breeding farm. Check out me setting my riding goals for 2026. And I hope to have a winter riding vlog up really soon, so please check all of those out. You can also look at my Instagram and TikTok, Cowgirl Daydreamer, on both of those, and make sure that you like and subscribe to see more of this channel. Thanks a lot. See you soon.